on the left half of the map. So, the zone loves doing what it's doing, but a lot of teams are going to be nestled in their little hovels right now. They're going to make sure that they get all the loot that is necessary. And we are once again going to join the boys from Mumba Esports, who maybe dropped off a little bit elsewhere, and they were like, you know what? Yasnaya is in the zone. Might as well run for it. And when you don't have vehicles, well, you've got to just hoof it on those two legs.
Okay, so a lot of drop difference that we are getting to witness right now. Team Extreme and U Mumba both are going towards Yasnaya, but the major drop difference that I got to notice while the map was on was Team Cells. They landed in the southern island, somewhere they have never ever been XP, somewhere they have never gone, and they might as well meet Team Elementrix in the fray, but they also have to loot and get inside the circle and take that center position, because today it's going to be very very crucial for them. Maybe this was done so as to they thought that they might get targeted, and that was the only reason that comes to my mind as to why they did not go to Milta Power and stick towards a new rotation. So a lot of things are going to happen today. I mean, I am really getting excited as to how things are going to turn around, because so many new drop location for teams means so many uncalculated variables that during your rotation that you will face across. So we'll have to see how these teams fare off.
I mean, that is absolutely one way of looking at it. I mean, new variables, and if you want to get into maths, of course, all these numbers are going to matter. But at the end of the day, the thing is, there are 5 games remaining, and a lot is on the line for a lot of these teams. Of course, those who maybe see, the thing is, if we keep the cells as a focal point right now they have jumped on the military island, but Elementrix have actually gone to the main island this time, and they are going to be looting up not too far off from the bridge, but they definitely have Ferry Pair and a little bit of Promosk under their control. So, I mean, it's nice to see them change things. I guess the thing is, I mean, you're right in a way that it's going to be, the variables coming in and all that, but it's going to add to the fun factor, the unpredictability of what's going to happen. I think that's the call for the day, because they really need to just calm down and play this game without all that weight on their shoulders, which in some cases we've seen has actually been dragging these players down.
Yeah, that too. But we still cannot rule out the fact that this is the final day, the last hurrah, as you speak. Because after that, all those months that you've spent in PUBG Mobile practicing in all those scrims, hours and hours, it comes down to all these final matches, and in those final matches, to those game-changing moments. And I think, like you said, it was absolutely right. But then again, the players will have to enjoy. But apart from that, the teams that are leading right now, they are under a lot of pressure. I can feel it, because you know why? Because if they start messing up, if they have a bad early game of the first 2 games going really bad, then that really affects their mindset, and things really go off after that, and which is something that I would not want these players to go across. Because talking about Cells, we know they are an experienced team, but playing at such a high level, this is their first time, and yes, of course, situations do not fare off, but we would have seen them during the LAN. So right now, we'll have to see. Team Cells, Megastar, still a story in making. If they make it to the World League, that will be an absolute beauty.
An absolute beauty indeed. I guess, I mean, we can still say that, the cells, they are, I mean, the word that majority of the people watching also use is the underdogs. But when you've already played 2 weeks in the pro leagues, and when you have already established yourselves in the pro scrims that have been going on before that, I mean, you are an underdog no more. But we are going to stop all that, because we are getting a fight finally at our hands. It is going to be Powerhouse going up against Fnatic. Now, Fnatic, of course, are playing without Scout. So this is going to be interesting to see how they go about these things. Are they going to be aggressive about it? Are they going to let PH make a few mistakes and come in? So a lot of different game styles can actually be on display as we speak. But the boys from PH, they are kind of, well, not covering in one corner, but they are in one corner, and they don't have a lot of options unless Iconic gets a couple of lucky shots on Frankie, who is pretty much doing the same thing, making sure that their left flank is secure. And Ronak is going to come and make sure that the right flank is secure. So, Fnatic is kind of prepping up for an onslaught from Powerhouse. But will that onslaught come, or will they get a lucky pick here and there and push forward? Well, we are going to find out soon enough. And Iconic, as I say, that moves a little bit to his right just so that he can get a little bit of a better angle on Frankie. But OS is quick to retaliate and just, keeps him at bay.
Absolutely, and Oasis will drop that flash grenade and does stun him for a while, but nothing to be really scared about. Zebra still trying to lob those grenade in. Dark also doing the job over here. But one thing I'm really scared about Team Fnatic is all the three players are inside one barn house, and that can prove really fatal if one grenade really connects. If they get that one or two knock, that will be very detrimental. But look at Nova King, the way he has flanked around towards the right in a huge building, and he will be looking for that angle onto its Frankie. And if they do get a knock on Frankie, means that they do not have any cover fire coming in for them. So that will give Powerhouse a good opening. But Iconic is also looking so open, and he will get knocked down by Max Crash right now, giving a lot of information away right now, because Team Fnatic now do understand that is Team Powerhouse right in front of them, as Dark is faced off against Ash, as he will take him down. But Dark gets traded off over here. Fnatic dishing out all that damage onto its Powerhouse, and Powerhouse is looking in a lot of trouble because Nova King and Zebra are the two members that remain, and Zebra needs to make something happen. Nova King, he is still hovering around that house, trying to search for an angle, trying to take that knock, but will he succeed? Only time will tell, XP.
Time will tell indeed, and of course that was something that we were expecting from the back. I'm sorry, I just had a little bit of a technical glitch over here. The feed kind of just I just lost it for a couple of seconds. But yes, well, I think Zebra is going to get knocked out as well as we join the action. But Nova King does get a knock on Shadow himself, so they are taking that long fight there. But they've got to be careful of the neighbors next door because well, they aren't the friendly type. And if Fnatic realize what's going on right now, they can actually capitalize on this situation, push forward, and just be an annihilation for Powerhouse. But they are still keeping their cool. Now, why? I mean, I get it. You got to be patient. You got to make sure you get all your information to the point, and you don't want to make a move that you're going to regret later. But I think that is a good lob grenade. But Frankie will see that coming, and well, I mean, all right, this is a lot better. Now, I apologize. My feed was flickering a bit. Fixes, why don't you just take over for a minute while I just
don't worry, mate. I got you covered. So right now, if we see everywhere, Marcus Gaming has their eyes onto its Powerhouse right now, and Max Kash, he is the actual key element as to why Powerhouse is melting down over there, because that first knock he got onto its Iconic was really crucial. That is where Zebra had to go in to save it, but then Dark already had entered inside the building, and he just got caught off guard, and Powerhouse has lost their best player at this particular moment, and this is going to be devastating for them. But Iconic still hanging around in the house and trying to find out a single member of Team Fnatic, trying to apply that pressure, or he might just be wondering somehow that Fnatic just get away from here so that he gets to fight for some more minutes. But we'll have to see if that is going to happen, because TSM Entity is on a prowl, and they have spotted down Team IND. Neo is looking aggressive, and Team TSM Entity, I do not think there is any kind of change in their gameplay right now as they head into it. Team IND, they are in looking for some blood right now. Clutch God, he has cooked the grenade. Snacks already taking down C God. IND do know that this is TSM Entity. They have to take this fight very carefully.
I mean, carefully indeed, but the way TSM have been playing, I'm pretty sure that word is not in the dictionary right now. As Clutch God goes up, he knows where the enemy is. He is going to give a little bit of a pre-fire. Is Snacks going to come in his line of fire, or is he going to do something quite opposite? And it looks like it. He did something opposite. Now Jonathan goes in. He gets knocked down. Snacks is just a man possessed right now. He's already got Jonathan. Almost got Clutch God. DSM better act quick. He does have to patch himself up. But now they go out in full force. Neo is going to finally get that knock. And he's like, you know what? You did your bit. You should have finished him when you had a chance. But you are not down and out unless you still have a couple of breaths in your lungs. And by the look of things, Oh my goodness. Jonathan, I thought, took another big hit, but he just got picked up. And Clutch God is going to get obliterated by Slayer, who is now coming in for the kill. He is on a path of vengeance. He wants to exact revenge for what just happened to his teammates. And pretty much he's going the same way that TSM did. All those
Oh
grenades
my
doing
goodness.
devastating damage. He gets two players right now. Z-God is knocked out, and I do believe Neo went out as well. So it's going to be him up against Jonathan. But is he aware that Jonathan is actually on the ground floor and might shoot him in his back? He is shrouded by that smoke, but I think he has finally been caught out. His sound must have gone in. He goes out. Jonathan is nimble footed as they come. He is now outside the building, going up on a 2-on-1 situation. He's going to get this. He does not. He gets taken out. IND are here to play. And you know what fixes? They just wiped out DSM Entity.
You can never rule out Slayer and his grenades after that. Right now, we have Team Fnatic going against Powerhouse. This is a heated up battle. Already, Dark has been knocked, Nova King has been knocked, and Iconic, he is still fighting to keep the chances of Team Powerhouse alive. Right now, Fnatic have knocked out, have lost on Ash over there, but right now, Frankie is going in for that res on. Frankie will try to first take down Zebra, but Nova King, he has been revived right now. There is a grenade being lobbed over, but will that connect? Only time will say. And by the looks of it, it will. And let's see. Nova King still does not have anything to heal up on. Zebra, as you can see, he was trying to make that left rotation, but quite is not completed. But we see Fnatic. There's another squad in the fray. That has to be Team Extreme. They are the third-party kings that we have always referred to as. Right now, Fnatic versus Team Extreme versus Team Powerhouse. This fight is going to be really, really intense as Powerhouse somehow managed to revive their fallen comrade, that is Nova King, and still get on back to that compound that they were holding.
You know, I was actually expecting this fight to be over by the time we got to it because it kind of looked like Fnatic were about to be pushed by Powerhouse. But kudos to Powerhouse for still staying alive because they were under attack by Marcus Gaming at the other end. But I do believe Nova King got a knock on. Well, talking about Marcus Gaming, they are in the line of fire again. Avi with a knock. Iconic gets the kill on OA. So Fnatic versus PH, we are down to a 3v3 situation. But again, you've got to be careful because I do believe I see synergy in the background. And of course, Team Extreme is right nearby at the beach. They just, sunbathing a little bit. They wanna come in for the fight once it's all clear. Once the smoke settles, once the dust settles, I'm pretty sure they're gonna make their move. But Ash over here with that Ratata gets a knock on Zebra, so he is keeping them at bay. And Zebra's teammate, who was right next to him, is gonna have his work cut out. But Iconic on the left flank goes around, gets a knock on Ronak. Niku is finally joining the fray as well. He gets a knock on Ash, so now it's going to be a little bit tricky for Frankie. He is the last man standing, but he does jump out, and he gets that finish on Zebra. And I do believe with that, Powerhouse are going to be eliminated from this game. However, Fnatic have to be careful because Team Extreme might actually pounce on this situation. They might actually make something out of it if they lead an assault on that compound right now. But I am going to quickly shift my views. We have Mortal on our screens with that M16 and that 6X. Is he going to get a knock? Is he going to pepper bullets? Well, we'll only find out. And talking about Team Extreme fixes, I think they might be moving in.
I mean, that would have been the wise choice, but right now, by the looks of it, they do not want to fight against Team Fnatic right now. I think they do realize that Fnatic have their players back up, but Ronak, he was still knocked down. But Team Soul, again, in a lot of trouble as they have lost their star player, that is Regultos, right in the starting of the game. And look at what we just got to witness. Ronak dies to the circle, and Demon, in the meanwhile, spraying around all those bullets and taking down two members of Team Synergy before getting taken down by Godlike Kill. What a day we are having tonight at XP. Kills everywhere. This is kills galore all the way. Right off the hook, we have TSM NED, we have Team Powerhouse, we have Fnatic. Megastar also joins the party as Encore will get knocked down. But Team Extreme, my oh my, these lads are putting up quite a show.
They are putting up quite a show, and well, they have their backs against the wall, so that is something that is definitely going to help them out. But what's not going to help them out is Synergy moving in as their neighbors on the left flank. But Utsaga with that DP rattling off bullets, connecting a few, that is going to definitely keep them huddled up in that smoke cover around that vehicle, around that rock. But is it going to be enough? We will find out soon enough. Meanwhile, Celts, the boys in second place, who are trailing by 50 points to TSM Entity, they just need to have a good game right now. All they want is to get a few kills and make it to that top 5 consistently for the next 5 games. And you know what? They are going to book their berth for the World League. So that is something that these boys are definitely vying for. I'm probably sure I'm not going to see a lot of risky gameplay coming out from Celts, but Team Tamalas, on the other hand, they really have not a lot to lose. They can actually go out guns blazing, put up a final showdown for all their fans and for us as well. They can keep us entertained right now with some amazing gameplays. But talking about amazing gameplays, 420 from UME has been knocked out by a grenade courtesy Smokey. And he's not done yet. He gets another one on Bhishma. Smokey just might be too hot to handle today, Fixes.
Look at the cluster of teams that are near the shore over here. So many teams. We have Fnatic finally getting eliminated at the 14th position. That is bad news for the boys in black and orange right now. Synergy, however, they have lost out on 10. CV, Austin and Strider still survive. But trouble is not over for them because they have so many squads around them. However, Austin takes down Utsarga in the process. Kazi moving with his UAS and Austin X spraying down all those bullets onto him, but would not connect. Right now, Team Synergy will have to make that move. But if you talk about position, Team Soul have that amazing compound that they are holding, and they just need to keep it on. Like 2-3 good games, they are back in the race.
Well, I mean, that is pretty much the case for everyone. But 5 games remaining, it just might be a little bit too much to ask. But, again, anything can happen if they get a 20-kill game. I mean, they are right up there with the big boys. But now Team Extreme are going to be at the receiving end of things because have a look at how the zone has shifted. We are now going to go a bit to the west and onto those cliffs, which are already occupied by Elementrix, I do believe. So Elementrix are going to be in a good spot, but they have to make sure. I mean, they're probably going to hope that the zone actually keeps crawling towards them as and when it changes. But the Celts are going to make a break for it. Mega Swag, meanwhile, gets a knock on Team Extreme's Demon. And Godlike come under fire courtesy of you, Mumba. So they are responding in kind. Also, Evo joins the fray and gets that finish on Eggsy. And Vampire over here with amazing reflexes. He gets a knock and a finish. But I wonder if he got taken down himself. ORR mounting an assault on this compound, on the barn houses that are currently controlled by Soul and Viper on our screens, trying to get lucky with a few shots, possibly get an elimination or two. Let's see if that happens. But I do believe Mortal got a knock on the member of Orange Rock, and whether it was a knock or whether it was I do believe it was a finish. Did we see Vampire getting knocked out earlier? Because if he did, Mortal definitely capitalized on that and took the kill. But they are still not done. Diljit is still underneath, and of course, when you have Marvi next to you, things can go south for Soul.
What could have really gone south for Team Orange Rock? They, however, still managed to secure this compound, and they have 2 of the players surviving. All credits to Diljit. He was the last member surviving for Team Orange Rock, and he did those get those revs on. But Megastar Swag did knock out a member of PSG Crawlers as they look into taking that high ground advantage over there. Meanwhile, Pansing finishing off Cronton, eyeing the Slayer. He is not looking to stop as he has taken down Team Tamila Striker, Paradox, and Swag. The 2 members remaining. 11th position. 11 teams are still surviving. This is not the position that they want to get eliminated at. And in the meanwhile, Swag, however, does know that there is a squad right in front of him. He has to be very careful with all those moves that he is making right now, because one small mistake and Megastars might just edge out of the lead that they have. But Swag still proning in. It's a 5th circle. It's taking off really bad, and he does not have any kind of meds on him right now. Swag still surviving by a sliver of HP. Does have Pansing and Destro right beside him, and Pansing will lobby that low toss grenade, and with that, Swag will get finished, and Megastars get eliminated at the 10th position. Right now, Team Cells is looking really strong. They have a good position. They are spraying down a lot of bullets onto his Marcus Gaming. Shadow, however, gets knocked. Murphy doing all the magic with those grenades, does cook it up and will reflect it back towards Mortal. But the nade will not connect because the smoke has it all covered.
Well,
Diljit
also they
still
have to
not.
get out now.
Yeah, they have to get out. And right now, Mortal does deploy those smoke grenades and he will make a move. But before that, they have to deal with Orange Rock. They cannot get away with that win. And Maxi doing the job over here for Mavi. Mavi
Now this
will
is when
definitely
Orange Rock is
capitalize. Yeah.
actually going to, they are going to be rushing in, and here they come. Mavi jumps in. Is he going to get the knock? He gets a knock over here on Sangwan. It's going to be Viper, and he's like, you know what? I am going to skedaddle out of this place because it is quite literally a war zone up there, and he is out of there. I think that is a good choice, probably considering the fact is that they were getting shot at from all directions. Then you have to survive. At least one of them needs to survive to get some placement points. But again, a little bit of coordinated effort on their part would have got the job done. However, we are going to now focus on you, Mumba's Destro, who is lying low, and he is hoping to get a sneak attack on VSG. I think he does get one. And is he going to get the second? We are going to wait shortly. Back in the action over here. He is going to pinpoint Evo's location, but Evo spots him quicker and takes him down with that M4. Sliver of HP. Bouncing is there to assist his teammate as well. And I think he might just get a spot on Evo. He doesn't. He finishes the job that his teammate started on HP, but he does not get a knock on VSG Crawler's Evo. Man, talk about a cat having life. These boys definitely have something up their sleeves. He is still alive on a sliver of HP, and the Celts are going to be eliminated from this game courtesy an M24 bolt action headshot from Slayer. So that is something that all you bolt action fans must have been waiting for. 7 teams alive, 13 make that 12 people alive out of these 7 teams. I mean, oh my goodness. IND and Elementrix are the only teams which have 3 men apiece. Orange Rock with 2, Mumba, Crawlers, Soul, and Tamilas with 1 man remaining.
And this is the most balanced game that I got to see so far, because we have kills from the starting till the end. We have some or the other action going in, as Maxi is bleeding out, will get taken by the play zone, and Team Tamilas, there you go, gets eliminated at the 7th position. Viper still surviving. Mavi and Diljit just edging out on that Barnhouse compound. Viper does know. However, I am pretty sure he does not have that grenade, or else Mavi and Diljit could have been taken off. But right now, Mavi is searching for someone. He is taking down all those bullets onto the car, trying to assume that there is a body behind it, and with that explosion, he might get a knock or two. But the team that is doing really good this game, that has to be Team IND and Team Elementrix. They are still sitting at a comfortable position. Look at Kratos' position. He knows that Mavi and Diljit and Viper are there in the fray, and he will definitely take them down when they do come. But right now, everyone is separated from each other. Team IND and Team Soul, they do have the nearest coverage area for the circle, and the Viper with that taking
Viper
down
gets
Mavi.
a knock.
Yes, and Slayer does take that knock onto its on top.
Now, well, Orange Rock, they definitely look like they are in trouble. The Jeet doesn't have a lot of options. He's going to have to jump out. Soul Viper is going to get up, and he is going to rattle him with bullets, getting that kill, securing that kill for himself. And down to the last 4 teams, Orange Rock getting eliminated in the 5th position, 3 kills to their name. So it all comes down to the boys from Team IND, and that was a nade that Kobe would have been proud of. And with that, Soul getting eliminated from this game in the 4th position. Good effort on Viper's part. He does get those placement points for his team, and he comes away with 1 kill. So I mean, that is going to be some points that these boys were looking forward to. However, with Mumba Esports also out of this game, we are now down to a 3v1 situation, and I do believe Team IND are looking to take their first chicken dinner from the finals back home. I mean, these boys have been they were kind of they were kind of not so strong on day 1, but on day 2 they really show that, you know what, we are back, and it's never too late to join the party. And well, with this win, I think they are definitely off to a good start, eh?
Absolutely. And a good sigh of relief for Team VSG Crawlers as well, because Evo did survive for